a state of mind. When you're with family, you feel the aloha. When you're with friends, you feel the aloha. When you're on the beach, the sun's your aloha. And it'll breathe the kiss of aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. 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 A state of mind. A state of mind. A state of mind.
Aloha! State of Mind Podcast. And I believe, let's see, we are live. Yes, we are live. And welcome to the Aloha State of Mind Podcast. My name is Mark Easy.
Hi, this is DJ Free.
It's another Tuesday night, so you know what time it is, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard, 6 p.m. if you're listening in Hawaii, and I don't know, all the other time conversions, we need to put some clocks on the wall so we can know what time it is in New Zealand and the Philippines and wherever else people may be tuning in from, but it's all good either way. So welcome to the State of Mind Podcast. It's where we just, usually we have a guest, but tonight we're just talking stories. So hopefully everyone starts piling in the chat and we can have a great conversation about something. Because tonight we have no topic, we have no guests. We're just what they call winging it.
Wayne, to be honest, like I actually kind of like when we don't have guests sometimes, just for the fact that we get to talk in the chat room and get to know each other again. The last time I was at your house was over a month ago, so like I like to know what's going on. I literally lived with you for almost 4 months.
Yeah,
So-
that was pretty insane. We got to say what's up to Monroe in the chat, Mitch. Also, Joel in Ninth Island in Las Vegas, and your buddy Dennis. I don't know how to say his last name. I don't want to massacre his last name, so you can give a go at it.
I don't know. I just call him Dennis.
Okay, brother Dennis. It's
Call him Z-Man. I don't know. I get stuff up.
yeah.
So
Yeah, so
dude, what's going on in the world and everything. So it's good to catch up sometimes.
yeah, for sure.
We ask them a question and let them roll, and whatever comes out. Then every once in a while we throw in another question.
Right.
At least this time we get to free flow. So
Or freak flow.
free flow on.
Anyway, so yep, definitely just chilling. So let's do a little catch-up session. How has your week been? What have you been up to? Anything new? You get married? Have any kids? Anything interesting happen to you?
Honestly, in Vegas, anything can happen. But to be honest, I live the life of an artist, so I just stay home and draw and watch Netflix and all that kind of stuff. I really haven't done much of anything. I did settle my car claim.
Oh, finally, huh?
Yeah, a couple. If anybody's been following that, my car got destroyed. My baby girl, she got destroyed at 4 o'clock in the morning, and like it literally the reason why I had to stay at your place and be a bother to you guys is because I couldn't get out of California. I didn't have money to do that. I got a car now, but the insurance company finally said, "Here you go. Here's your check." So I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing that happened this week.
Right.
I talked to my mom. Really, I mean, just hanging out by myself, to be honest with you. What about you, man? What's going on with you?
We just chilling. Of course, I've been doing my extreme streaming with all my like Monday through Fridays and Monday nights and Wednesday nights and Sundays and Thursdays and just trying to keep busy, trying to keep that flowing. I believe there's a big future in it, so I'm a big advocate for it, and hopefully it keeps going. Like as DJs, we always operate what we call in the gray zone, you know what I mean, with copyright and not only streaming wise, but as DJs in the club, you know what I mean? Like sometimes the clubs always come into question, oh, were you licensed to play this music or one or the other. So it's always a gray area when it comes to this profession. So, and I've been trying to get back on my day trading thing. So that's been a steady kind of like a little ripple. So that's good. It hasn't been like boom, like down, up. So that's been good too. So definitely that and that's about it for this week. I'm trying to think what else is on my mind right now. So many things go on that sometimes I lose track of days and whatnot. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So
Well, that's good. Well, I mean, like back in the days, like copyright infringement and all that for music, like back in the days, like the record companies would want the DJs to play.
mm-hmm.
They want the DJs to bring it to the club. They want the DJs to play their music so that everybody hears it, gets excited, goes to Tower Records and buys it.
Right.
Now the music industry now, it's like we want you to listen to it, but you can't listen to it until you buy it. And it's like, well, what's the use of that? Like I need to know if I like it or not. Oh no, but you have to pay $1. It's like, really? And even for DJs, it's even worse because, like, we were considered. Well, I should say you guys because I don't really DJ all that much, but we were considered like the Pied Pipers.
Right.
We were the that said this. Yo, you gotta check this out. This song is gonna hit. You gotta listen to it. Pablo Sato. It wasn't me. You gotta listen to this, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, shout out Pablo Sato. Like he was the first one to actually break that record, so you gotta give it to them. But that, like you said, back in the day, the DJs, the radio station, the DJs in the club, they were the ones to break the new music. But now, like you said, with technology, media is consumed so rapidly. Back in the day, you would have to, the first place you would hear a record would either be the radio or in the club, because that's the media that new artists would take their music to distribute it to the rest of the world. Now it's just like, oh, let me upload here, one click, and we're off.
I can listen to it.
Yeah, like anybody in the world can listen to it. So,
but it's kind of disheartening knowing that like guys like you, Jay Break, or Jake Break, what was his name? I used to call him Nasty Boy. What is his name now?
Oh, Nick Styles.
Nick Styles. Like some of the things, if they go on Facebook, it gets shut down almost immediately.
Right.
And the reason why is because copyright infringement and all that.
Right.
But back in the days, it was like, oh, dude, Nick Styles, we need to have him play this record. We need to have him play this song for everybody to hear.
Right.
So it's just a different animal now. That's why whenever I do gigs, I rarely ever play any new music.
Yeah.
I play the stuff that people are
been listening to all their lives.
Right? Like 10 years later, they're still listening to Britney Spears' Toxic.
I think it's more memorable. So I'm a refer to what Mitch said in the chat room. He says, I was actually on a podcast, a Twitch stream. I don't know if you caught that. It was this girl named Shay Boogie, and she interviewed me actually on this show called Mic Check. You probably can check it out on her on the Twitch. But yeah, like I said, I think it's with the internet and the file sharing. It just killed basically the music industry as well as the music industry as well as the. I'm just drawing a blank right now. I'm totally drawing a blank. Gotta say what's up to Jake, Jake, aka J Kid, chiming in from Facebook land.
Yay! Dude, okay, so a little story about J Kid before we get into anything else.
Mm-hmm.
We at the time when you, Coco, Good Vibe and myself used to hang out all the time because we used to do gigs in all this kind of place. And during the day, we'd go out to eat.
And this was in Las Vegas, correct?
This is in Las Vegas.
Okay, I'm just trying to set you up.
Yeah. Because I'm telling it was Las Vegas. But we're in Las Vegas, and a new place opened up called Island Flavor. And it was right down the street from where we all live. So we're like, okay, cool, let's go. And just so happens, we go there. There's not that many people there. I think there's only like one other table that was full. And at the time, they were listening to, because they're from Hilo, like the company and the family that owns the restaurants from Hilo, they're listening to a Hilo radio station or a Big Island radio station, and Jake Break goes on. So, like they're like, yeah, blah blah blah. You like this, you like that, what Mac Salad, all that kind of stuff. And then so we called it in, and Jake was like, yeah, dude, like all from Vegas, bro. I give him a shout out. Gave him a shout out, Island Flavor. Everybody, started blowing up. But yeah, he kind of got busted for that.
I don't know what the whole story is. Maybe if you're still listening, Jake, you can chime in and let us know if you even remember that, one. And two, did you get into much trouble for giving us that shout out, even though, I know it's not payola because the place is in Las Vegas. So I don't know if you got into trouble for that, but you definitely got us some free food. So it was all worth it. Well, at least for us. At least for us on our end.
Right? I'm just going to say it out loud. That Jake Break and doing that little shout out really helped the local business because they're just starting out, and now, dude, it's an hour wait just to sit down in that place.
Yeah, they got like how many? 2 locations now, 2 or 3?
They got 2 locations. They got like a smaller express location,
right?
But the one on Decatur, or no, not Decatur, Durango,
right?
God, it takes an hour just to get in.
I know.
It's ridiculous. That place is good, though.
Yeah, no, I feel like they owe us something, honestly. I think it was all our Facebook posts, our Instagrams, and all that stuff. And, of course, Jake's shout-out that really built that place up. So, definitely, I feel like they owe us something. He said he didn't get anything out of it. That's all right. Next time you come to Vegas, just call free. He gonna take you over there, not me. I don't live there.
We're gonna tell this guy that blew you up in Hawaii. So, give him a free lily koi or something.
At least free lily koi drink, or free what's that kind chiffon cake or whatever. Something. Yeah, see, he said, okay, when I come Vegas, hopefully you can get the VIP treatment. You just got to get there. And also, I don't know if I hit him up, but we definitely want to get you on our podcast sometime real soon, Jake. As you know, we had Eddie on the podcast. We had Lanai recently, James Coles. So we'd love to get you on the podcast. So we're just putting the vibes out there. I know he does a live stream still on Facebook. I heard Facebook is going to get shut down for the DJ, so hopefully you can make that move over to Twitch, Jake. I'd love to see you in Twitch land doing your thing. So definitely, and if you need help with that, feel free to hit me up. But yeah. I'm a reverse the chat a little bit, and because this is something interesting to me and something kind of hilarious is that I don't even know what this is when they said it in the chat, but now after letting my wheels spin a little bit, I got a feeling I know what it is. They said, I blame Free for the Freeface app. And I was wondering, what is it something to do with like artwork? And then I was like, oh, I know what it is.
Like, okay, so Mitch and Monroe, I mean, every morning I wake up, there's like at least 2 new ones. But yeah, the Reface app takes your face and hyper like over somebody else's face. So basically, they make it where you can be Britney Spears or Thor, Iron Man, Justin Bieber, Beyonce, and it doesn't matter who you are or what gender. So it's like you can put your face on Beyonce. Yeah. And I was doing it for a little while. My friend Quincy Victoria, did it first. I was like, dude, what is that, dude? That's hilarious. So he took the app, and I started doing it. Man, I got so much heat, cause I got so much heat for putting my face on females. Because they had the Victoria's Secret models, they had all. And I thought it just helped me because I got a goatee, I got my glasses on, and I got a nice girl body. Everybody give me heat, man. They go, it's so gross, so gross. Like, whatever. I
And
gotta
then
be homophobic.
and then everybody started doing it.
Yeah, see, the thing is, Mitch and Monroe, they never said stuff like that. They were just like, dude, this is hilarious. It was my cousins and like the alpha males. Like, I go
Right.
hunting every weekend, but I don't like see that. But then don't look. Get off my Facebook. Oh,
Right.
dude, I had a breakdown the other day.
About that?
No, like,
Oh.
okay, so I asked a question, it was my fault. I asked a question, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, and then I finally figured out, like, I really don't care what the opinions are. Like, other people's opinions on things, I don't care.
Yeah.
And at one point, I was like, dude, if you want to block me or whatever, do it. Because I honestly won't notice.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that. Like, I got 2,000, almost 3,000 friends on Facebook.
Right.
If half of them were gone, I still wouldn't notice.
Right. It's just like Facebook is just a whole. Speaking of Facebook, but before I get into that, I just watched that Netflix documentary about the social. I forget the social experiment. It's like a new one. I forget what it is. But before we get to that, Mitch was saying he got heat from his sister and his mom with the chick ones too, doing the chick ones. And Nicole said those are awesome. And also, let's backtrack to Jake. Definitely, we're gonna reach out to you, Jake, to get you on the podcast sometime real soon.
Dude, you know what? I would love to have Jake on there, especially because I worked with him a little bit at Venus, but there's so much history with him and Eddie L. And like being in the Hawaii scene and everything. Like, if we get him on, dude, we can go through a whole lineup of like Hawaii legendary DJs and entertainers. But yeah, Jake, it would be great to have you on, bro. For real.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna reach out to him and make that happen. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, dude. Okay, again, sorry that I'm looking off camera, but my computer's that way and my phone is this way. I'm trying to make it so it goes this. Like, I have a laptop now. Oh, that's another thing I did this week.
You bought a laptop?
Computer died. Yeah, my computer died. I mean, it was running on like 24/7, 7 days a week. I mean, I'm not kidding. Because I sleep with the computer on. Like how I have my name is Earl.
Right.
Computer, so it's on 24 hours, and I'm doing stuff on it. I got my, all these things. So it finally went black. Now I got to see if I can recover the hard drive because there's a lot of files that I didn't save because I work so fast that I don't, automatically save it.
Right.
But I got a new laptop. I went with my friend Jeremy, and I was like, dude, I gotta get me a computer because like being on the phone, like trying to do stuff sucks.
Yeah. And
so,
see, you should be actually doing it from your laptop then, starting next week. You should get a better overall experience, like video and audio experience, if we Skype in from your laptop.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. It's so old school that I didn't even thought of it. Well, I'm gonna try to figure it out. I don't even know if I have a camera on my laptop. To be honest with you, I don't see it.
That'd be very strange if you didn't. Like it's like a standard feature. It's like having a steering wheel on a car. Having engine.
But yeah, so I got my laptop and it's on the side over here. It cost me a pretty penny. I don't really want to get into it because
oh boy,
I went a little bit over budget, not too much.
Oh, did he help you pick out one? Hopefully, someone knowledgeable helped you pick it out. Not like a Ford Explorer deal, right?
Or an Equinox. No, like honestly, like he actually looks at specs like okay,
right.
So this is 15-inch. It's got blah 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 hard drive, RAM, blah blah blah. Okay, this is pretty good. But what are you looking for? So I told dude, all I needed for is internet, Photoshop. That's it. Internet and Photoshop. Other than that, I mean, it doesn't need to be super strong. Doesn't need to be alien and all that stuff. So he's like, okay, this one's good. This 15-inch is good. The 15-inch is better, but how big do you want your screen? I was like, dude, I love 17-inch. So he's like, "Oh, this is a 17-inch." So now, what I didn't realize is that everybody went back to school and everybody needs a laptop.
Right.
The laptops are all, and especially during the Corona thing, like the virus thing, shipping is like half. So everybody was out of stock, dude. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. So we went to CPK. Now, for the people in the continental United States, CPK is what we call California Pizza Kitchen in Hawaii. And so we went there, had the most awesome jambalaya, by the way, if you get to check it.
It wasn't like the one you got. Oh, you didn't get it when it was over here. They didn't have it, right?
Yeah, they didn't have it. I had to get the Kung Pao chicken now, which is still good, but nowhere near the jambalaya. So, went to go eat. I dropped them off, and then on the way home, I went. Because right next to the Sam's Club, Walmart, and all that, there's a Best Buy. So I figured, dude, I gotta pee. Whatever, I'll just stop over there. So I went over there, did my thing, and I asked like, "Do you have this model in stock?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's right here." And they keep it right below the model. I was like, "Oh, crazy." So yeah, like I was thinking like maybe 500 to 600 was my budget. I knew that was a low number, so I'm not gonna get a super high quality. But I got an HP 17-inch, does exactly what I needed to do. I need to install Photoshop on it, but other than that, dude, it's awesome.
Hopefully you got the warranty on it.
The warranty, the extended trio warranty.
Yeah. Hopefully, with the Geek Squad, you got the Geek Squad too.
No, I never get the Geek Squad.
Gotta get the Geek Squad, man, in case the thing broke. The Geek Squad. They come like the Ghostbusters, and the sirens come to your house, grab your laptop, take all the virus off of them. All that kind of good stuff, you gotta get the Geek Squad next time.
Clear to take off.
Egon, we're clear.
Egon. So yeah, we're gonna. I think next week either I'm gonna have it in front of me so that it's like directly in front, so I don't have to keep doing this.
Yeah, we can set up real nice. So hopefully we get that situated. So let's see what else. Anybody? Hopefully Jake's. I don't know if he's still there, but yeah, we're gonna reach out to him and get that popping. So anybody in the chat or anything you want to talk about? Free, since it is an open forum night.
Right. Dude, when and this is still talking about the app. Still talking about replays. Well, I mean, okay, so there's so much going on in the world. I mean, there's things that, like the stimulus stuff, the unemployment stuff. Everybody's just trying to figure out what's going on. There's a lot of fires going on in California, Oregon, Washington. So hopefully everybody's safe out there.
Yeah, I know. Mitch was talking about it a little bit, saying like the air quality in his area and some of the sky looked all like just very
orange.
hazy. Yeah.
Like again, like a lot of people are kind of stubborn. They don't want to wear their mask. They don't want to do this. Our freedoms and all that. And when they're telling people you have to evacuate this area. We don't know because of the wind shifts if the fire's gonna come quick and just gonna rampage through everything. No, I'm staying with my house. I refuse to go. Yeah, but the air quality, honestly, you're gonna suffocate just by being in your own home. I'm not leaving. Please, if they're telling you to go, just go. Like possessions are
irreplaceable.
Yeah. Possessions aren't worth your life, so take what you need to take, pack it up in the car, and then leave. Just I don't know where you would go. Maybe you got family in other states away from the fires, but do what you gotta do.
Right.
But yeah, I other than that, dude, it's kind of just like every time I go on like the news places like Yahoo or CNN, there's no good news. Like I don't know, like on a personal level. A lot of good things have actually happened to me within the past couple of months. Got a new car, got a new engine. I got to see you and V when you guys were here for like the weekend.
Right.
There's a lot of good things happening for me. But I know that it's just temporary because sooner or later it's gonna go down, but it's gonna come back up. So
Yeah, that's what I tell everyone. Hills and valleys, hills and valleys. So
Hills and valleys, man. So yeah, okay. So Mitch knows that I'm a football guy. I'm a football
right.
And we're talking about like the Niners. Dude, all of my teams lost this weekend. Not only the Florida State lost, which they could have won,
Right.
but the Niners lost, right? San Francisco 49ers. I'm still, Niner Nation.
Who did they play this weekend? Was it Arizona or somebody?
They played the Arizona Cardinals. Now, they swept Arizona last year. I think they played them like twice and beat them twice
Mm-hmm.
at home, like, at Arizona's stadium. But, yeah, it's beginning to be like kind of a rivalry with Arizona because of the closeness, West Coast and all that
Right.
stuff. And also, like, Niners last year, before the Super Bowl, were just destroying people.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking like winning by 21 points, 3 touchdowns and all that stuff. Arizona's the only one that actually came close to beating them last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of like a for them. And they finally beat 49ers this weekend. And then my Las Vegas Golden Knights. Now, keep in mind I'm a Blackhawks fan, but they're not in the finals, or the playoffs. And so the Golden Knights lost to Dallas Stars and closing out this series, so they're done.
Ah, dang.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
well, they came in hot, so you know what I mean. They came in real hot, the Knights, into the their debut year. So you gotta expect some fluctuation. You can't just be like top dog right off the bat and just stay there. You know what I mean. So you gotta expect it. So
Well, not only that. I mean, this is like ever since I think it was only been 2 years or 3 years since that they've had their team, but every year that they've been in the league, they've gone to the playoffs.
right,
So I mean, they're still there. They just got to get over that hump to win the cup.
right.
The only team that I recall that went from 0 to number 1, which is the Colorado Avalanche, but they were a team before, and then they moved, and then they changed their name.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, they're like, oh, these new, like, Colorado Avalanche, they're brand new, blah, blah, blah. They're coming in from blah, blah, blah. They used to be the Whalers,
Mhm.
and then they came down to Colorado and started a team and all that. And they went to the Stanley Cup and won. But other
Right.
than that, nobody else ever did that, so I get it.
Yeah. Monroe said this was what I was going to ask you about is the Las Vegas Raiders. They actually played in the new stadium. This weekend?
Yeah.
So did you hear anything about that, or was it like a no crowd or like a small crowd, or how did they situate that?
No, they did no crowd on this one.
Oh, okay.
Nobody was allowed. Yeah, just the players and the staff and all that.
Right.
But yeah, nobody was allowed in there, which is unfortunate because it's a $1.8 billion stadium.
Right.
It's like, okay, so Florida State, when they played, they had almost 20,000 people in the stands. Now, keep in mind the stadium can hold 80,000.
Right.
So they had people in pockets and all that. I don't know why they didn't allow it for Las Vegas.
Mhm.
If anything, just have the season ticket holders, which I think is around 20,000.
Right.
Spread them around instead of having them where they're supposed to be seated. Spread them around. Like they could have done that, but they're not. I don't know why. But they did win.
Mhm.
Personally, I don't care. And I'm a 49er fan, and I would never be a Raider fan. So, but yeah. I'm a Blackhawk fan. Dude, like, okay, so Mitch over there is like, I didn't know you were a Blackhawk fan. All my teams are Native American based. Florida State Seminoles. I used to like the Chiefs, but then a little while back, I figured out that Joe Montana is the best quarterback ever. So, and Steve Young. So I went to the 49ers. But I used to like the Chiefs. I like the Braves. I like the Blackhawks. So it's all like that.
Yeah. Was it you subconsciously did that, or?
No, I was like, even back in the days when I used to draw in high school and all that, I used to draw like war bonnets and
Right.
Native American stuff. Um, I don't know. I just like that Native American look, that fierce warrior, Comanche, you
Right.
know, Apache warrior.
Yeah.
They're saying go Pack, go.
Yeah, go Pack, go. Mitch says, my friend had season tickets for the Raiders. They had a nice season package delivery, but they can't use them. That
No,
sucks.
dude, did you see the packaging that the season passes came in?
No.
Dude, it's insane. Like literally, you press a button, the freaking thing opens up. It looks like there's smoke coming out of it. Like the season pass, like the tickets actually like pop up. Dude, it's a super nice package.
Well, at least you could probably sell it as a collectible maybe like 100 years from now and get your money back, probably.
See, Dr. Niners had nothing to do with Native Americans. Well, maybe they did. I mean, back
They
in the
did.
days, Cowboys and Indians, right?
Yeah, they did. They have something to do with Native Americans. They
slaughtered-
they were cowboys. Yeah, they slaughtered them and then they moved to the mountains to mine for gold. And then they
Yeah.
went from cowboys to 49ers.
Right? We're gonna slaughter you, and we're gonna take your land and dig for gold on it.
Let's rewind the chat a little bit. I know Dennis here's asking about do you see the Dune and Mandalorian season 2 trailers? I have not. Have you?
I seen the trailer to The Mandalorian,
Uh-huh.
and I seen the trailer to Dune. I never, to be honest, man, I never really got into Dune. Like
Mhm.
back in the days, I was never interested in the movie. I don't think I've ever seen it. The new one looks awesome though. Have you
Mhm.
seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. I think I saw like that way back in the day Dune, but I kind of forget the whole concept of it at this point. So
Like sandworms and stuff.
yeah.
But the new one has that new kid, good looking kid. Wow, what was his name? I don't know what his name.
New kid,
that's-
Donnie Wahlberg. No.
He had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. But yeah, and then there's Zendaya.
Oh, Zendaya. Oh, Zendaya. What do we want? I don't know. No, I know
Jason.
Zendaya. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jason's in there.
Dang.
Local boy and all that. And so there's a lot of good actors in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like one of those. There's a lot of hype gonna be around this movie. That shit better be good.
Mm-hmm.
The Mandalorian's always good. John Favreau, the
Right.
guy that you knew who that is. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he's directing it as always, or he's producing it and all that.
Right.
So-
So that should be that should be good. When does that start anyways? The new Mandalorian.
October 30. No, yeah, is it
Dang.
October 31st or October 30th?
Dang, that's a hell of a teaser. Not till next
Right.
like a month and a half still.
Like the day before Halloween. So,
Yeah. So
are
I
you
don't.
gonna dress up for Halloween?
I think I actually might be working that night, so I don't know. Depends. I don't know. We'll see. I think does it fall on the weekend? I don't know. If it falls on the weekend and I work, maybe. Other than that, probably not.
Is there gonna be trick or treating this year? Do you know?
I don't think I wouldn't think so.
Now, honestly, I hate to say it, but I wouldn't even go trick or treating.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hands in those bowls. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And even then, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a $10 bag of goodie, like, whatever my daughter wants to eat. Like,
Right.
on. That's it. There's your trick or treat bag. There's your Whoppers and your Milk Duds and your like little size Snickers, and that's it.
Hmm.
Because I wouldn't want. So yeah. Okay, so Don Kiwan asked, "Do you see the live action Mulan?"
Can't say I have.
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Well, the reason why is because Chase is actually a premium, like, Disney Plus subscriber.
Uh huh.
So, yeah, we got to watch Mulan. It's good, but it's not great. And when I say that, it's because I tried not to do a review on it, thinking of the animation,
Hmm.
but the animation story was so good that it's hard not to compare it.
Right.
So, Um, Jason Lee, Jason Scott Lee, I think that's his name. Um, Bruce Lee and Jungle Book and all that.
Right.
He's in it. There's the my eyeball. So, the original voice to Mulan, the animated series,
No.
I forgot her name, but she's in it. Um, I mean, even Jet Li is in it. So many people, and it was
Right.
actually really good, like visual storytelling.
Hmm.
But the story wasn't as good as the animation version, so I
Uh,
just
wh-
couldn't get beyond.
was
Huh?
it was it different? The story different?
Yeah, it
The
was a little
storyline?
different.
Okay.
Yeah.
But similar, but not exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. And
Mhm.
it was to the point where it's so similar that you keep like your memory just automatically goes to the animation,
Right.
and then you're like, but this doesn't. It's not like the animation. So then you got
Right.
to take your mind out of it. Again, it's a weird thing. I like the movie, but out of 1 out of 10, I'll give it like a 7.
Oh, that's not
Just
too bad though.
yeah, no. Again, it was a good movie. If you've never seen the original, then this would be like a 9 out of 10.
Hmm.
But again, because they made it so similar, but not quite, it takes you out of the movie, takes you back to the memories of the original animation and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, yes, there is no Mushu. Um, I like. I'm glad they. Okay, so Connor's like, I'm still mad at that there's no Mushu.
Hmm.
Now, being a very opinionated Filipino,
Hmm.
I'm like, well, I'm actually kind of glad they didn't put him in there because this wasn't this storyline. There was no leniency towards comedy.
Hmm.
This is a very action based, very sturdy, drama. If they would have had
Right.
Mushu in the background doing this, then it
Uh-huh.
wouldn't. So um,
Yeah.
instead they replaced it with again a phoenix.
Right.
Spoiler, but it's in the trailer, so I can say.
Right.
Um, it, but I understand why they did it. I understand
Mhm.
what's the significance of the phoenix instead of the dragon. So, because she's rising from the bottom and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. I'm just saying. So what have you been watching? There's no way you could be like streaming all the time that you don't watch anything.
I have rarely watched TV. Honestly, like I watch a lot of streams, but like I said, the only one I saw, well, I didn't even get to finish was that I don't know if it's called The Social Experiment. It's that one they talk about. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix documentary talking about Facebook and how everything is the way it's all set up, and this one and all these people who actually were instrumental CEOs and all developers are just kind of breaking down how evil it is, basically how screwed up it is, and like all the things that they're just compiling about you, and like just I don't know, just manipulating your whole life, basically, like to
Yeah,
and just predicting your actions about AI type of stuff, and the being scared about what AI might do, and like they go into many layers of the machine that is Facebook. You know what I mean? And this other guy, he's kind of like a hippie-ish guy, and he just talks about like, you know what I mean? Like if you're not, what did they say? Like if you're not getting nothing out of the thing, then or something, then you're the product. So basically, we're the product that Facebook is selling to their advertisers. Facebook is not the product. Social media is not the product. They sell, yeah, we're the product that they're selling. You know what I mean? They're getting the product for free, basically us, and they're selling it to the advertisers and making $1 zillion to it. So, yeah.
yeah. It's called the Social Dilemma on Netflix.
Okay, that's what it was.
And dude, if you really think about it, like okay, so they're talking about if you buy a Snickers bar at a gas station in New Mexico with your credit card, just that little information it goes through the system. So now you're gonna get Snickers, the new Snickers almond pack or whatever on your Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Like the information is just getting spread open where you are the product. Like you're the reason why those advertisers are paying for them.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's crazy.
And it just shows like, and then, did you see it actually? Did you watch it?
I was just watching it a little while ago.
Oh, okay. And then there's like a storyline, like a, you know what I mean, like a kind of like a, not imaginary. What word am I looking for? Like a, you know, the storyline with the kid and about all that stuff. Like, shoot, that parallels it.
Say it again.
Remember, like, are you talking about the same show I was watching? There's like a storyline behind, like a made up story about that kid and his phone, and he's like, so there's like something that parallels it, that it's like you know what I mean, like it's not a true story, so it's a documentary, but it also has a thing with stuff about like like a storyline to it, so. But yeah, it's crazy.
Like, it's so weird to think, you know, like how everybody's like, oh, you know, I was thinking about this thing today, and then I went on Facebook and it had all the ads on it. Well, the reason why is because even though you thought about it, you never did. You don't think that you're doing anything, but you're like, oh man, I want a chocolate shake, right? You go home and you see Wendy's, you know, new, you know, whatever, like frosty, chocolate frosty. You're like, damn, I want one of those. And the reason why is because on your cell phone, they ping you where they have like this Wendy's, Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr., blah, blah, all in your area.
Right.
Which one paid to advertise, you know, whatever. And so instead of, and sometimes you might get a Jack in the Box, Oreo shake.
Right.
And you might get Dairy Queen. You know, they turn that shit upside down, Blizzard or whatever. Because they ping your phone to where you are. Dude, it's freaking insane.
Oh yeah, like even when speaking of pinging, like even when you use like Waze, the Waze app, like it tells you, oh, you want to go like Jack in the Box? It's like 5 miles away. It's on the way, so you want to go there? And it's just kind of like spooky a little bit in a way. Hey, say hi to Fafi, Jazzy. She wants to say hi.
Hi, Jazzy.
Neffy!
He said hi
Hey,
to
I
you.
miss you, bro.
Hey, Neffy!
She can't hear you, but
I
I'll
miss
really.
you.
He said he misses you.
Neffy!
Okay, say bye.
Bye, Neffy!
Say hi. Say, okay. I guess she's going to bed. You going to bed now? Okay, you gotta go to bed a little bit, 10 o'clock, okay? Okay.
Okay, bye.
All right, let's get back on track. Sorry. She was wanting to say hi.
Night.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, dude, like this social media thing, that's the thing though. Like, it's one of those, you can live out in the, you know, in the forest. You can grow your own tomatoes. You can do whatever you want to off grid. But the convenience of technology, you make that sacrifice. I know that once I swipe my card at an Albertsons in California, the whole world knows what the hell I just bought.
Right.
Macadamia nuts from Hawaii. They know what I bought, and that's just it.
And
you can pay in cash.
right, but also. Yeah, I think it gets a little too far where, you know what I mean, it's kind of crazy that, like, everything, like, is not, like, you sign those terms of service and basically allow them to just pry into everything you do. Like, Google, you know what I mean, anything you Google gets compiled into a hard drive in Google. Right. And they use that information to sell to people who can market to you or whatever they choose to do. Like, it's all on the servers. That's why, like, I think the government has so much. They're trying to break down big, super huge companies like Facebook, Google, Amazon, where it's like so much a monopoly, but more of like Google, where they just have tons and tons of information on everybody. Everything you ever searched is on Google, and they can just like profile you. It's almost gonna be to the point where it's like, what's that movie with Tom Cruise where they like predict that you're gonna kill somebody? And
Oh, Minority Report.
yeah, it's gonna be that point where they go, oh well, this guy is searching up how to, searching up fertilizer. So is he trying to build a bomb now? You know what I mean? Like, no, I want to plant a freaking garden, but because you searched fertilizer and some other ingredient that might be a chemical that might make a bomb, they'll be like, oh, we gotta put this guy on a watch because he's probably trying to make a bomb. You go, no, I'm trying to freaking make a garden and freaking make some kind of tea with this chemical, whatever the hell it is you're doing. I'm trying to clean the house. I'm not trying to freaking build a bomb. But like I said, it could get that to that point. And like I said, with the AIs are just learning at this like 10, 100,000, a million times faster than us. You know what I mean? We're basically obsolete. We're like the freaking Commodore 64, and they're like the freaking Pentium i9 freaking Alienware computer, and we're like the freaking Commodore 64, and they're like the freaking Alienware computer, and you know what I mean? And it's the gap is just getting that much farther.
It really is, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. Like, I remember because I used to my friend. Okay, I gotta say this. My friend Jason, or he's known now as Buzz, Uncle Buzz, because he was like so radical, dude. Like he was all into like Public Enemy and all these kind of things, and I was like, yeah, dude, it makes sense. And so we used to hang out with like all the protesters and all that, and and this is just when the internet was going for it. Now this is before like the internet got super intense, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys was like, dude, I dare you to look up on Google. Was it Google at the time? AOL or something. It was on something. It was like one of those search engines.
Right.
Look up orange juice concentrate, gasoline, and something else. Baking soda. I forgot what it was. And I was like, why? He's like, dude, just do it. I'm not thinking, I did it. My computer literally shut down. And the reason why is because that's the ingredients that you can make napalm. Like actual napalm, the shit that they used to use in like Vietnam.
Right.
And like ingredients that they would use to make napalm. Like gasoline, orange concentrate, and something else. And I was like, holy crap. And so I had to get a whole new computer, all this kind of stuff, because literally it shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I knew it wasn't because the computer was old. It was because of that. I was like, holy crap. And so after that, and I'm not kidding, dude, we used to go to protests, because at the time it was Desert Storm. And we were protesting against sending troops in there because it wasn't because they were asking us to help with a civil war or, make sure that people don't die because of the government or whatever.
Right.
We were there because the United States gasoline and oil interest was being messed with. So we went over there, Desert Storm. Yeah, real Desert Storm. But we didn't want human beings dying for oil. You know what I mean? So we were protesting. And, dude, I swear to God, there was like federal agent looking people that are trying to, we're normal people. Yeah, dude, you don't tuck in your t-shirt and you know what I mean? Like, it was such a weird thing, dude. Back in high school, I was actually tagged for like possibly being a terrorist because of that one Google search, dude, and the fact that protests and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's quite insane what the world has come to now, and it's just like when you watch that even more, you get into it, and you're just like, man, I don't want to Google nothing. I don't want to like every keystroke is recorded. Like, yeah, you can't even.
Seriously.
You can't do nothing. Everything, all your movement is tracked. Everything is tracked, man. It's just like, what is that, the old school book, like with Big Brother, like 1984 or whatever the heck was it called? It's here. It's just what it is. Like, we have no privacy, basically.
Dude, like, seriously, like, you can't even Google, like, did Hitler like transvestites? all of a sudden you're on a watch list.
Yeah, and you don't even know you're in a watch list. That's the
Right.
bad part. And
You don't
then
even know.
so that's kind of an insane theory, but like yeah, you could definitely go down in a rabbit hole of that, and I don't want to do that. So, it's like you want to give up. Like Quan said, he gave up social media for a while, and you want to give up social media, but it's not only social media. Like I said, it's anything you Google. You know what I mean? If you use the internet at all, like you said, if you use your phone and it pings, it tracks you, or what you buy. You know what I mean? Your credit, like electronic, and then you go into the way of, like you say, when all this pandemic started, they wanted to do digital dollars. You know what I mean? And that would definitely, you know what I mean? Talk about not having, trying to not leave a paper trail. Impossible. Everything would have to be bought through a digital dollar, which would be tracked. So
Right? And I mean, look at it now. How did they force that on us? Oh, there's a coin shortage.
right.
Why would there be a coin shortage? Like, where the hell are the coins going?
I don't know. They're just collecting them at the banks and just throwing them in there. Don't give out any coins. Just every coin you get in, just take it and turn it into us.
Yeah.
Something. Like
So
we've
now
been.
they're forcing you into digital dollars instead of saying, "Oh, you should use it." Like, oh, okay, they're not doing it. Take the coins away.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
It's crazy, dude. So
It's a very creepy world we live in sometimes when you think about it, compared to back in the day. Things were a lot simpler, and they said the rate of, and that's due to the rate of technology just multiplying over the years. Like they said, within the last 10 years, the rate that technology has evolved is probably like more than the last 10,000 years.
absolutely.
So
But I think one of the reasons why is because it's not just getting smarter. It's the fact that the computers that we use now, they're even smarter than the ones before. So like they can learn faster and faster and faster and faster. It's kind of like folding the paper. You can't get more than 7 folds out of any piece of paper because of the exponential, building of it. So, yeah, man. Anyway, whew.
yeah, that's not even like 2 feet in the rabbit hole. But if you guys want to switch the subject, feel free to throw something in the chat, and we'll just ramble on about that. So hopefully you guys are still with us and didn't get too far down that rabbit hole. You see the Mad Hatter down there, or Alice. We didn't hit Wonderland yet, so let's
Go back.
let's try and get out of the hole. Let's try and get out of this rabbit hole before we dive in too deep. But Mitch says he has all his coins in my. Yeah, I used to have all coins in my cup holders and all that stuff, and like, man, now it's just like they don't even. You gotta have exact change, or you gotta just let them have your money. You know what I mean? Like it's 11.72. Well, you paying with cash $12, so you either give me the $12 and you eat the 28 cents, or or you go somewhere else. So yeah.
Wait, again, it's the world we live in, and I hate to say it, but unless
it's fucked up. No.
unless not just one person, not just 20, not just 2,000, not just 200,000, but we're talking like, unless billions of people say we're changing shit, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, we're
7 billion people on this planet. Even if 1 billion people said we're changing stuff, it might happen in certain parts of the world, but not the whole world.
Okay, let's get into this. Quan said Tech is waiting to call. I'm waiting a call for to be a guest, so we'll definitely do that. We'll call Jake and Tech, and then this is something that came up in our chat room in the morning. We have about this Kool-Aid to marinate food. So someone Joel said he's gonna do it in Vegas. So someone's saying like one of these viewers in my chat in the morning time said like she's from like Albuquerque, New Mexico, and she said like all the kids, the newest thing is the kids are putting like Kool-Aid on like everything, Like all the food, I'm not exactly sure what food. We didn't get that heavy to it, but kind of like how we use. I tell them kind of like how locals we put like lihing mui powder on popcorn or kakibunchi or whatever the heck it is. So they started putting Kool-Aid, like sprinkling Kool-Aid on all this kind of food, and it's like a thing, I guess, where she's from. So we're just like, so that's how that Kool-Aid thing came up.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I guess if you're bored, then you're bored.
Yeah, I mean, if you want something,
Okay,
something
Kool-Aid gummy bears. I can get that.
a little bit. You want something to be a little bit sweeter, maybe? I don't know. But
Like, I don't know.
Mitch said he's heard of Kool-Aid pickles before. I guess that's kind of like a sweet, and pickles are sour. I don't eat pickles. Are pickles sour?
Pickles are salty.
Salty, sweet and salty. Then that makes sense, I guess. Sounds
Yeah, okay.
sounds disgusting, but I mean, people like contrast.
It's so funny. Like Donkey was like, Tech is awaiting a call for him to be on the guest, like to be a guest, and like I keep thinking of how Tech used to be, not how he is now because I haven't talked to him, but how he used to be. Like you couldn't get 2 words out of the guy the whole night. So basically, we're gonna be doing this with him and a.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of his streams. He's very, he's very no filterish kind of guy.
Fox?
Yeah.
No, okay, yeah, we gotta get him on, dude. I love to hear his voice.
Yeah. quite interesting.
33 years.
Yeah. Quan also said coin shortage might be because of production costs, and that makes sense. You know what I mean? They don't want to make. I said they want to force the digital dollar. You know what I mean? Like digital dollar would include not even having to print paper bills. You know what I mean? So how much would that benefit the government not having to print money? One, because it has no value anyways. Two, that you can't launder any kind of. You can't. Everybody with cash would basically have to turn in their cash to get some form of digital dollar. So you would, you wouldn't be able to hide your money. Everything would be tracked and accounted for. So, yep.
Well, the production cost. I know that the production of a single penny doesn't even. It costs more to produce a penny than a penny's actually worth.
Oh, okay. See then.
We should get rid of pennies. Like, well, you got to understand that one penny, times a billion. Because people they don't care about pennies and they just give them away whatever. And taxes, most taxes are like, it's 12.4% taxed in California. It's 8.6% tax in Nevada. It's 10%.
Right.
That whatever, that's what makes the government money. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess, but yeah, production of it would cost more to make than to actually use.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I gotta say what's up to Jax and let's see, Terrence saying marinate chicken with the frozen canned guava juice, then grill it.
Oh, that's good, dude.
I never
did
done.
that?
No, I never done that. You like guava?
Who, me?
Yeah, you like guava?
Like, I don't like actual fruit.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, you like guava?
I like the guava nectar, Hawaiian sun guava nectar.
Or pog, passion orange guava, pog.
Guava. I like the jelly. guava jelly.
Okay.
But yeah, if you get the concentrate and you marinate the meat with that, dude, it has that sweet taste to it. Oh, it's good.
Well, here's somebody who might know something. Nicole Williams says the Federal Reserve said there isn't a coin shortage, but a coin distribution problem. Bank and business closure because of COVID had disrupted the normal coin distribution chain.
Ah, okay, so that makes sense. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah.
By the way, mahalo to you and your whole family and Chris and everything out in Colorado Springs. It makes sense, though. Right? You can't distribute coins normally if all the businesses are shut down. So nobody's touching money. So.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what they say. I don't believe everything they say, but that's what they say. So could be. Possible.
Could be.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, could be all the Coinstar, the company Coinstar. They just melting all the coins and making like Predator and stuff like metal. I don't
Armors and stuff like that.
know. They're making armor.
Armor for the
Just in case.
yeah, just in case. Just like I said, like how had all those for years and years. There's always been those. I don't know what. So don't freaking talk to me about racist or whatever. It's those people in the mall who do the cash for gold. I don't know what kind of ethnicity they are, but they seem to be of like the similar ethnicity, and they do all like the cash for gold for like years and years. They just been collecting gold, melting it down, and you know what I mean. They know something. Something's up with it.
Yeah, the Middle Eastern kiosk mall people.
Yeah.
They know, man. They know something.
It's been years. You know, how many decades have you seen that in the mall where where people go, oh yeah, you know what I mean? You get your broken chain, just bring them here. You know, the Kamaina metals kind of action, eh?
$1 for your gold.
Just go
Come
take
on.
them,
Metals.
take your broken chains over there, Kamaina metals, hook you up. You know what I'm saying? Huh. Oh, a lot of them are Persian. See, that's what Quan said. Yeah. Now we're in the rabbit hole conspiracies. Yeah, we're going through a whole bunch of them now.
Right, we're going nuts.
We're just going all over the place. We're better off talking about sprinkling Kool-Aid on pickles. I think it'd be more productive.
Right. Let's go, baby. Okay, so maybe next time we have one of these, free for alls,
Yeah.
we can actually do because we keep saying that we're gonna keep doing the conspiracy thing, but we never actually did it.
Right.
I say we do one, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be freaking hilarious. Like the top conspiracies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd have to research some because a lot of stuff I just like you say, I just rattle off the top of my head, and that's the thing. I think I saw on Joe Rogan once is just like, and I think that's what the social media thing was about too. Was just about the spread of misinformation, because just people think you know what you're talking about just because you say like I say something, and I don't know, like I'm just rattling crap off the top of my head. I don't know if it's true. But if someone takes that for face value as the truth, and they go out there and say the same, like, you know what I mean, like, then that's like I'm part of the spread of misinformation, because you know what I mean. I don't know why there's coin shortage. I could say there's coin shortage because, you know what I mean. Like you said, maybe the Coinstar people are melting all the coins down. Maybe like for years and years, Coinstar has just been hoarding all the coins, and I say that, and then like 10,000 people watch this podcast, even though we only have 100 subscribers. But and then that rumor goes out there, and next thing you know, 10,000 people believe that, and then they tell people, and you know what I mean. And there you go, and then that's what's known to be the truth in our minds. You know what I mean. And that's there's no fact checking. There's no regulation to what we say.
Right?
We just
yeah. We're just like the president. We can say whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
Who's gonna fact check us?
Yeah.
Who's gonna take the time? And even if you do, I'll just call it fake news and move on.
Yeah, that's the thing. Before, like anyone in media, you had checks and balances as far as like radio, TV. You know what I mean? They're not just gonna rattle off, "The sky is falling. The sky is falling," and people believe it. You know what I mean? You get freaking get arrested or you get fired. But anyways, so.
Well, speaking of Joe Rogan, like I was just about to bring this up. Like Trump said that he'll do a 4-hour debate with Biden, only if Joe Rogan, it's just them three in a room on the Joe Rogan show. If Joe Rogan will mediate, and Joe's like, hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, he's like the king of media. I saw an interview. He was interviewing, I think, I tried to watch the very beginning, but that's how little time I have. But he was interviewing, I think, Miley Cyrus. But I thought he had some kind of deal where he wasn't going to be on YouTube anymore. But I thought I saw it on YouTube.
Well, the thing is, like, I think November 1st or something is when it's not supposed to be. But
Oh, okay.
people are gonna take that and put it on YouTube anyway.
Right,
But
right,
it's
right.
not gonna still show Joe Rogan YouTube. Um, but yeah, okay. So again, going into different directions, talking
Mm.
about Miley Cyrus. She was on his podcast, and he was talking like, all this stuff. And she's like, people don't understand. When I'm on stage, that's a persona. I get $100 million, literally $100 million a year, being that person. When I
Mhm.
step off stage, I go to my husband. We have a good time with my dogs.
Mm.
Produce music or whatever. I don't really party when I'm off stage. Do you see me? And she was saying, do you see me, like, do they have pictures of me at nightclubs?
Mhm.
Do they have pictures of me getting drunk, getting out of a car with no panties on? No,
Mhm.
because I live my life as a performer. I did that since I was a kid. I make $100 million a year because I'm a performer.
Mhm.
And I was like, holy shit. And then, but yeah, Joe's like, yeah, not like some people that pretend to be America's girl, which basically is talking about Taylor Swift,
Mhm.
that have literally dated every fucking guy in Hollywood.
Mhm.
But she still thinks that she's like, this pristine little girl.
Mhm.
But your persona on stage makes it so that you're the bad girl, but you're not really.
Right,
She's
right,
like,
right.
I mean, I know how to live my life, you know. To me, that was just so interesting because
Yeah.
back in the day, when I used to do skits and everything, World Cafe, and I used to do stupid stuff.
Mhm.
I had a girlfriend,
Right.
and after the club, we would all go out to eat. I didn't have, extra girls around me.
Mhm.
And all the boys, all the security guys went to Zippies and all that, and we all went home.
Mhm.
Went to my girlfriend. Now, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a total angel, but at the same time, I wasn't as bad. I mean, it's not like I walked around in G-strings and everything outside the club. It's not like I went to Aloha and drag,
Right.
as a Spice Girl. So,
Yeah. I was rolling back a little bit. Mitch was saying Rogan with Adam Curry. We're talking about the digital dollar. Is that live now, or I gotta go find that episode? Kind of curious about the digital dollar. That's why. So,
say that again. I was reading.
huh?
Say that again. I was reading.
Oh no, he said. Mitch said Rogan with Adam Curry talking about the digital dollar.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind
Yeah,
of
I
curious
gotta-
as what's going on with that. If they're still trying to push that, I haven't heard about the digital dollar since the beginning of the lockdown thing. So I haven't really heard much about that. So I'm kind of curious as to their knowledge upon that. So
Yeah. Well, while they get their comments in, like, okay, now keep in mind, I am by any means not a Trump supporter. I don't like the guy. I am a Republican.
Mhm.
I believe in a lot of their stance. I believe in a lot of what the party believes in, but even then, I can't get behind Donald Trump. I don't even know why he was a presidential candidate, other than the fact that he was boisterous and he's like, yeah, be racist, go ahead, I don't care, kick his ass, I'll pay for it, even though he's not really going to. So it's just like that whole Rogan thing. Joe Biden, I don't think. I mean, honestly, dude, he's not strong enough to go up against Trump the way he is. Like he's not. He doesn't have any bite. He doesn't have any bark. You know.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Yeah. So what else was being said? Let's see. She used to Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus episode was good. She used to party. Hannah Montana was a good example of how her life is. She's living the Hannah Montana life now. Maybe I guess this.
Again, for a long time, because of the MTV thing with what's his name, Alan Thicke or whatever.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke. Well, that's Adam Thicke's son. So.
Right.
Robin Thicke and all of that stuff. I mean, she really got it back. Well, you stick your tongue out, you just like,
Yeah.
stuff. You have a big dildo on stage and all that shit. Again, it's all staged. You think she has a big dildo in her house?
I don't know. I think that I think at that time, but she was also partying, so I think maybe at that point, I think she would admit that drugs and maybe alcohol had something to do with those times. But I'm pretty sure, like you said, she's not doing that now, so it definitely reflects on her personal life. It doesn't mirror her stage life anymore, like I feel it used to.
Yeah, I mean, it used to. Again, everybody had that life.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was
It's-
youthful.
Yeah, like what is she now? Like, I mean, how old is she now? I don't even know.
I know she's still in the 27 or 25.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, dude, we're getting old, bro.
No, I'm just saying, but when you're 27, you still were wilding out. You know what I mean? Like 24, you know, in your 20s, you're still wilding out. You're not all you don't got it all out of your system yet. Well, I'd say most people, not all. Some people, you know, are conservative and they're, you know, goal oriented, and from a young age they might have their crap together. But anyways, that's a whole nother story.
Even the conservative people that I knew in life, and you know, I've been friends with a lot of people that don't do the shit that I used to do.
Right.
In fact, they're like far from it. They're very chill, very meek, very like if you sit in the corner of a room, you would never know he was there, kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Right.
But they do wild shit on the side too
Yeah.
that nobody knows about, that they don't want to tell anybody about. You know, they jump out of airplanes, or they go bungee jumping, or they do you know, weird
Yeah.
shit.
Everybody got to wild out sometimes, so.
Or
Uh.
like you think because we all have excuse me, certain group of people that we hang out with,
Mhm.
that one person that we don't know has another group of people that they hang out with that go to like the red door or like some crazy shit. We don't know.
Oh
We
yeah,
don't know.
you never know. You never know.
Google knows. But
Yeah. Google will know everything. They'll know what they're gonna do before they do it. I truly believe that.
when I first moved to Vegas, my friends were talking about like, what's it called, the red door and the rooster and all this kind of stuff. I was like, what the hell is that? So I Googled it, and I sort of got like the next couple of days, like Facebook and all that. If you're a swinger looking for, you know, blah 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 blah, I was like, what the hell is this? You know, OK Cupid is just for you. You know, Fet Life and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, what? I like never before did I think about all this stuff until somebody said, dude, check out the red door, man. It's like there's people fucking in there all the time. So I, you know, I Google red door, Las Vegas. All of a sudden, I have like these sites on, you know, like on the side of my my Google whatever. It's like, oh yeah, if you want to join the lifestyle, all this kind of stuff is crazy. I get to know exactly what to do even before you do it.
Yep. So I think everyone's sick of like you said, I think everyone's sick of politicians and empty promises and all that good stuff. So I don't want to get too deep into that because not really my forte. So we'll just agree with all those. Definitely not following through. None of the politicians ever followed through with all their promises for sure. They just kind of promise it and just let it fade away.
See, I think honestly, people are just kind of sick of politicians, and they're sick of this and they're sick of that. But they don't really realize that it's the same. It's two faces of the same coin. You know, Democrats and Republicans basically are the exact same thing, dude. Like, you know, you vote for Democrat. Okay, he gets in, he does his thing. He basically the first year is just getting readjusted, trying to implement what you want. Second year, you're actually doing government work. You know, you're actually doing like presidential shit.
Right.
Second, third, and fourth year, especially the fourth year, is re-campaigning to get reelected, and that's it. You literally get 1 year out of those four. Now, if you get reelected, now you got to plan for the future. So now you're trying to, you know, implement something, and dude, it's just it's such a broken system, and there's nothing any of us can do about it. I don't care
Right.
what. Oh, we can vote somebody in that's. No, you can't. Why? Because the College of the Electoral College is actually what votes presidents in.
Right.
So,
So,
yeah.
well, even
Go ahead.
even bigger than that, I just feel like whoever is whoever gets elected, there's a bigger power that moves the presidents. The president is not the do all see all person. So there's bigger people who dictate what happens with the presidents. The presidents is, no matter who it is, from maybe Kennedy. Maybe I give Kennedy maybe. He maybe had a little bit of mind of his own, but everyone else I feel like is just controlled by someone else, and I just feel like it's just the election is just a facade because no matter who we pick, we lose.
Right? I mean, let's be honest. Every 4 to 8 years, everything changes again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. They make this two-party system where
Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You know, is that from?
no, what is that?
Oh, okay. I think it's from.
So
I think it's from Meatballs. Remember Meatballs? With Bill Murray.
right,
With
you went
Rudy.
back in the
It
freaking
just
80s.
doesn't matter. I don't know. It just came to my mind when you said it. I'm not sure if I'm correct. That could be spread of false information as well, because I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to Google that after.
Like the powers that be that actually run the country are the banks, because if you control the money, you can have all the laws you want. I control the money. I control everything. But like honestly, like this whole thing with this two-party system and all that, it's very much a facade to the American people, where they're like, okay, we're gonna pretend that you have power. But in reality, you already have the power.
Right.
But to make you feel good,
Yeah.
we're just do what you want to do.
Yeah. To make like
So,
make you feel like you're part of the group.
you make you feel like, yeah, just wear a blue tie or a red tie and you just go
Yeah.
nuts. See, okay, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. And this gets a little deep. Again, I try not to be political, but fuck it. Because of the Trump administration, for some odd reason, the American flag has become a symbol of racism and hate. And now keep in mind, Native Americans, minorities, and all that, they'll tell you, like, what is American? If you ask them, what does the American flag symbolize to you? Most of them will be like, 200 years of 300 years of slavery, oppression, degradation, segregation, all that kind of stuff. But most people will be like, the American flag represents freedom, represents a democracy, represents freedom of speech, where we can actually say something without getting murdered. We can, do all of that stuff. It was a freedom. It stands for something good. But now you see American flag on the back of a truck flapping in the wind, automatically you think, oh, it's a fucking Trump supporter. You know what I mean? Like, if the Trump flag was next to it, I get it. But just because he has an American flag doesn't mean it's a Trump supporter. It just means that he's an American. So I just wanted to put that out there. I just saw it today.
Well,
And,
I think that goes back to what someone commented about. I think it's Mitch said that's what's wrong with America. You have to choose sides, one or the other.
right.
Like, what I mean? And he said, I don't claim to be either or. I look at the person and their ethics. So, what I mean? Judging a person by, and that goes to kind of like, you just get to know the person and judge them by their inside, which we learn as kids, you know what I mean? It's not on the outside, it's on the inside that counts. You judge a person by their actions, their ethics, not by their race, or color or all that stuff. But, that's just the world we live in. And like I said, with the spread of false information, people get riled up too easy. Like, oh, okay, now all these, people are rioting because the cops beat down African Americans, and now the African Americans are going to riot. And then sometimes I think, there you go again. Sometimes I think it's just planted to incite things. You know what I mean? And that's where the spread, like stuff like Facebook, is just too much. It has too much influence on everything. So
Yeah. I mean, it's such a weird time that we live in, where the information's readily available. So, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I've told this to people when I've had conversations before. I am not a scholar. I've
Mm-hmm.
never, studied political science, political anything. Um, I've never been a doctor, so I can't tell you what to wear on your face. I can't do that. But out of 100 doctors, 99 of them said wear a mask. One says don't, and that's the one you're gonna follow. Um, so I don't know any of that. I try to do what I can. Um, but yeah, so okay, and there's another thing about like I just saw this on YouTube, and you know they're talking about you know that uh, the Republicans freed the slaves. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, that's before the parties switched. Democrats and Republicans switched like their views. Um, Back in the days, that's why it's a republic of one republic, only God, all that kind of stuff. That's the reason why when the party switched over, they literally was like, okay, well, Democrats are getting too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
We'll switch them to Republican. Oh wait, the Republicans are getting too powerful. We'll switch them. They've been switching policies for a long time. And so yeah, I was just like, this lady in her car yelling at this other person, this black person. Republicans are the ones that free the slaves. No, like back then it was a totally different thing. Anyway, I don't really get into it.
I don't know. We're getting too much into this politics and whatnot. Let's see if we can lighten the conversation. Anybody got like a lighter topic we can talk about?
Yeah.
Maybe like a bright side. Let's go. Let's move to the bright side of Let's talk about something positive. Let's talk about something fun, or let's just totally flip the mood here. You got any ideas? Because I don't. Not a clue.
Well, a bit like totally different. My nephew, love him. I named him Bug. He's into like Chucky and Jason and Freddy Krueger and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because of Halloween. It's because a couple of months ago, I guess my brother just introduced him to Chucky, and he's like, yeah, right. So now I'm trying to go to Hot Topics and all that kind of stuff to find stuff for him. But I'm like, there's no new Chucky movie.
Right.
There's no new, Friday the 13th and all that. So it's hard to find because it's not new.
That's so.
I'm like, this is new.
That's so weird you say that because, first of all, that's my new nickname for Jazzy is Bug.
Really?
Because she always bugs me like for more time on her phone, like because we have the app, so it regulates like you can only be on like 15 minutes or an hour, and so we started calling her. What do you want, Bug? And then she goes. Then she starts coming in, she starts coming in the garage, asks me, Dad, it's Bug. So I already know she wants more time on her phone. It's me, Bug.
Bug.
And the second of all is that she likes Chucky.
Seriously?
But we don't really let her watch it because she kind of, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know if she fully understands the concept, but I think she watched it a couple times with Nana, and she's just like, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky. And then she goes like that with the the movement. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that we don't really let her watch it, but every time she sees a Chucky doll, she wants like a Chucky doll. And I don't want to buy her a Chucky doll.
Are you serious? 'Cause that's what my nephew is right now, dude.
She's like Chucky,
And I
Chucky,
love
Chucky.
I call him Bug because back in the days when he was like a little baby, like you can hold him like this. He's like, because he's a cute little bugger.
Right.
So,
Oh,
I was like, Bug.
yeah.
Dude,
So
that's hilarious.
that's why when you were saying it, I was like, wait a minute, this sounds strange. Yeah. So, all right, let's see. Jack says 78 pounds for skydiving. So, does that mean he's what 278 pounds now? What is his goal?
78 pounds away
Yeah.
from
So
skydiving.
so what weight is he looking to hit? 200. So meaning she's 278, or is it?
Is he really 278?
I don't know.
278?
Or is it 225 for $225 for skydiving. I'm not sure what the. You guys would know more than me what the requirements is for that. So.
Dude, I don't even know. I try to avoid it. So Mitch over here trying to make me hungry. Minute chicken with cake noodle. I want cake noodle now.
Mm.
Okay. Korean chicken. Okay, I can leave that out. Manapur all the time.
Oh,
Malasada. I had a malasada.
hey, let's talk about. What is it? 198. You're not 198 pounds, are you? But anyways, yeah, something's wrong with that situation. But before we get into that, you were talking about Tenes opening some kind of Manapur shop in Las Vegas. I was talking to Joel about. I think a couple people in the chat in my morning show. They're from Las Vegas, so we were talking. Somehow Manapur came into the conversation, and then I was talking about it and. I don't think they got to try it yet, but you said you got to try it, right?
Yeah, I got to try it. Like, don't get me wrong. The reason why I went is because I saw it on Facebook, and I wanted to make sure, that I support local businesses for one, and also support local people doing business in the mainland.
That's loud.
Sorry, that's loud. I was pouring it into my cup. I want to support local businesses and support local people doing business in Vegas. And so I went to Boulevard Mall, which, by the way, the mall is so dead. I mean, it was dead before, but now it's like, oh my God.
They revamped that mall a little bit, but didn't they?
They did, dude. It looks nice.
Because I remember back in the day when I lived there, it was kind of like...
oh, bruh. You can get stabbed just walking in.
Yeah, something like that.
So, I think somebody was stabbed just walking.
Great. That's a great plug to go over there and buy some. Hey, you want to buy some Manapur? You might get stabbed, but it's worth it.
Right? But yeah, so I mean, don't get me wrong, the mall is nicer now. They have a speed quest in there, which is like, seals, otters, and dolphins and stuff in the mall. Mm-hmm. Anyway, in the food court, Tenes opened up a place in the food court. And I decided I want to go there and just, support. Oh,
it's in the food court, so it's like one of those, I don't know what you call them. Yeah, the little stands in the food court.
Like a little Sbarro's. And
Yeah. Gotcha.
And so he has one, and it's just Manapur. Okay, so what it is Manapur, malasada, pork hash. That's it.
That's it?
Uh-huh. But the malasadas has regular, chocolate, green tea, and that's it. So, so my review, and I hate to do this. The Manapur was okay. It was steamed to the point where it's kind of like 7-Eleven steamed. Where they steam too much, where it's a little wet.
Yeah, a little mushy on the top.
Mushy.
Yeah.
But the inside was good though. The inside tasted like Libby's, so that's good.
Uh-huh.
I think I need to let it sit out in the.
Did they? So was it just steamed like the white bao, or they have baked also?
Oh, they have white bao.
Only the white bao, no baked.
Oh, bro, you went deep, eh? You went with the bao.
I saw the one on the Disney, the Disney, the Disney short movie Bao.
Dude, tell me that's not a messed up movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spoil it for everybody out there that haven't seen Bao, the Disney short movie. The old lady eats the freaking thing. Okay, anyway, so, it tastes good, but he needs to not steam it as much. Maybe turn down the flame a little bit because it was kind of wet.
I don't even know how do you cook? You just steam it, right? I guess that's steamed. Yeah. I always wanted to try and make Manapur, but I was just like, what is bao? Like, you go to the store and buy bao? What is bao? What is that white stuff? Like, I know it must be some kind of bread or something. I don't know.
It's bread made with mochiko flour. No, seriously. It's bread made with mochiko flour, though.
Okay.
Like a So anyway, the pork hash, oh, dude. Okay, so the Manapur, I'll give it out of a 10. I give it like a 7, maybe a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's nostalgic, but he needs to not make it so wet. The pork hash, dude. I'm sorry, but I'll give it like a 3.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't even taste like it's an Asian pork hash. It tastes different, dude. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the water. Maybe it's the recipe. I don't. I can't back it.
Right.
Some people might like it. Some people might not. But like, I'd rather go 2 scoops, Aloha or anywhere else. To be honest with you,
Uh-huh.
um, I just can't get behind it. But the malasadas, it was good. It was crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. It was good. So go check that out instead.
Okay.
So
So, Jax, going back to Jax, he said he's 276, looking to hit 198. That's why 78 pounds. So he's 276 right now.
he's 276, dude. Holy crap!
Oh,
We're
Yeah.
in trouble, bro.
not me. I'm not skydiving. I'll still be too fat.
In
He's
fact, I'm
skinny.
trying to gain weight so I don't go.
Uh,
Jax, congratulations, bro. God damn.
mhm,
76. It's the size of an engine.
yeah.
276 Hemi.
Oh, and then that's how we had that conversation about Manapua, because I had like one of those overlays in my stream where I was at Libby's Manapua and I put myself in the store. So that's how the Libby's came out. But I guess bao is Chinese for buns, and Nicole says she makes Manapua twice a year. You can steam it or bake it. I prefer baked. I don't know about you.
Really?
Steamed or baked, chat. Steamed or baked, whoever's in there. Steamed or baked, Manapua. I like the baked. I don't know why. I've always liked baked.
I've always liked the steamed. I never liked the. Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Okay.
Talk about the Manapua. I still think steamed is better.
Dang, Jax was 377 in February. So February is the second year of the month. So less than 7 months, he lost 100 pounds. 100. What is he? 276 now or 278? 276. Yeah, 101 pounds. 101 pounds in 7 months. That is freaking awesome, Jax. Yeah, I need to get on your level, man. I'm trying to do the intermittent fasting, walking like three to 5 times a week, 45 minutes, about 2 miles, but not working for me yet. I think my diet is the one that's messed up. That's why. So I gotta do some adjustments, I guess. Yeah, they both do have their own textures. I like baked. I don't know why. No, don't get me wrong. I like steamed, but if I had to pick, I'd go baked. So, yeah. So Jack said he was 377 on February 29th. It is literally like 6.5 months later, and he lost 101 pounds.
Nobody likes a shoff, Jax. You know, a chiffon cake. So okay, congratulations, Dax. You know, on all that. Whew, that's a lot of weight, dude.
Yeah.
First thing, okay. Now the question is,
Mhm.
you get the combos, right? There's always the Manapua pork hash. What about the what's it called, rice cake? Do you like the one with the holes in it, the white one, or do you like the layered with the brown top layer?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I remember. I think I like the brown top. I don't know
Why
why.
you're so weird?
If I remember. Yeah, I'm not showing off, just keeping you updated. Yeah, I like the you get the Manapua, pork hash, half moon.
Half moon.
Is half moon? What is pepeao? Is that the half moon? Because it's like an ear. Pepeao means ear. So I don't know. I remember my grandma always buying, get half moon, pork hash, and pepeao. So I don't know. Pepeao is the same thing.
I think
half,
it's the same.
half
Look at the
moon looks,
crescent.
it looks like an ear. That's what I would think. So it's half moon pepeao. I don't know if people are that local in here, but
I wouldn't know.
well, I know it means
See, I like
ear.
the puka
So.
rice cake. The white one with all the pukas inside. I like that one. But I like the fact that the one with layers with the brown top, you get to peel off the layers and just eat that one at a time.
Yes,
That was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So.
You know where has good monopuas, dude? I gotta tell you, if you ever go back to Hawaii, or if you're in Hawaii, or blah 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 Hawaii,
Mhm.
um, outside of uh, Don Quixote, there's
Uh-huh.
a place I forgot what it's like, U Choice or something like that. Um, that place has good manapua, dude. I'm
Oh, yeah.
just saying.
I used to buy manapua from outside when it was I don't know, Daiei or Holiday Mart. Well, I don't know if it's the
Yeah,
same. I don't know if it's the same place or the same people. But I used to buy manapua. It's pretty good back then. I don't know
yeah,
about
probably.
if it's the same people now, but that's a good spot before.
That was a great spot, dude. See, I used to go there, get the manapua for cash, and the rice cake.
Yeah.
Put it on the table because get the seating outside, right?
Right.
And my girlfriend would get at the time, what was it, izagiku? So we get fried rice and pot stickers, gyoza, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
Right. I used to just grind over there.
Yeah, we've been talking about food lately. I think we had this conversation in one of the chats last night, and we were talking about just about food and I forget what we were talking about. We were talking about places in Kaneohe because people were from Kaneohe, and one of this Chinese restaurant is the Chinese restaurant is called Pake Pake Chinese restaurant. And it's been in Kaneohe for the longest time. It's called Pake's Chinese, like PAHK space KE apostrophe S. So I think it's
If you
called
don't know
Pake.
what pake means, Mark, tell them what pake means.
I don't know exactly. I think it's something to do with Chinese. Like I
I
don't
was like,
know.
oh,
It's so pake. Like I don't know if it means you stingy. Like don't it? It denotes being stingy. So I was telling them, I go, Pake's Chinese restaurant is kind of like redundant. You know what I mean? It would be like we'll be calling it like Howley's American restaurant.
right? So pake is like Chinese restaurant,
Yeah, or
or Howley is like
Howley's
white
American restaurant,
white American restaurant.
or like Popolo's Soul Food.
Dude, there's a place in Washington. I don't know if it's still there, but when we went to Washington, we actually drove by a place called Popolo's Drive-In.
Right.
Yeah. Dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I
See,
know.
Don Quixote, he lives right next to the Don Quixote now.
Oh
So
yeah.
he knows what the choice is, bro. So in
Oh,
in
you
the
choice.
you choice. You choice Chinese.
You
Okay,
choice.
so-
One choice or two choice. You choice.
you choice. Outside of by the parking lot across the street,
Uh,
there's a steak. What you call that? Food truck.
right.
That is freaking bomb ass steak, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! Like I know I'm getting a little excited here, but yeah, dude,
A little bit.
like they have a garlic furikake steak,
Oh, that sounds awesome.
right? Like, it's
Iron
garlic-
Grill. He said Iron Grill.
Is that what it's called?
That's what Khan said. Iron Grill.
Right, it's so good. Iron Grill, yeah, dude. See, again, he lives there, so dude, garlic furikake and garlic butter, like all over. And you know me and my garlic, bro. Oh my god.
Right.
Okay, we gotta stop talking about
I know-
Hawaii shit.
I know. He's talking about kimchi too, and like some of the guys were saying like the Calbee plate was like $32 or something. I was like, what?
Yeah, dude. Like, at Kimchi too, like they
Yeah.
had this curry where it's not just a regular, like the 3 bones.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one big bone and like meat wrapped around it. And
I just forgive me laughing, but every time you mention Calbee and bones, you know what I think about?
yum yum. Okay, so the reason why Mark is laughing right now is because back in the days when you first moved there, we all used to go out to this place called Yum Yum Barbecue. It was a Korean barbecue place. Now it was kind of like it was an all you can eat, but they cook it for you and bring it to your table. So it wasn't like you had to smell stinky all the rest of the night. They bring it. They bring it for you. Now it was only like
$13, yeah.
right? $13 a plate. I mean, per person, all you can eat. and on their menu they had kalbi. We literally go, okay, we need two gyozas, two chicken, two meat jun. Yeah, by the way, they had meat jun, two meat jun,
Spam
and
musubis they had.
right. I mean, spam musubi and 14 orders of kalbi. Like it was like, dude. Our friend Coco, how much did he do? How
I
many
don't
bones
know.
did he eat?
We'd always refer to it bones because it would be like, how much bones you get?
Yeah.
Fine, I get like
Give it
12 bones. That's
You really
nothing.
did 12
I
bones.
get 20
That's
bones
seven.
over here. It'd be
Let's
like
go.
it'd be like a cow bee eating contest, and would rate it by how many bones you had. So anytime I hear cow bee and bones, that's what I think about.
Crazy. Yeah. I think our friend Coco went to like 37 bones one time.
Oh yeah.
And this is after eating everything else. I mean, we were just destroying ourselves back then.
Back then they had like such a variety. They had like the barbecue chicken, spicy chicken. They had like you could order sushi, like the tempura
The crunchy.
rolls and crunch rolls and all kinds of spam musubi. Like literally everything. It was like
It was good, man.
yeah, that was a crazy deal. But talking about 2009, 2010ish maybe. So things might have been a little bit cheaper back then in Vegas. But
Even
yeah.
then, I think every time we went in there, they're like, "Oh, I like these guys, but man, they eat too much."
and it was just like two brothers too who used to just run it, and they used to like have to just like cook everything. And I don't know, I just felt like they were miserable. I don't know why. Cause it seemed like so much stress because like so much people would come in there and like we were like not the biggest guys in there. Put it that way. We see some local brothers in there and getting
Once
down.
the
You
word
know?
got out- I feel bad because once the word got out, like before us, they had like little Asian people here and there, like white people that don't know how to eat.
Mhm.
You know, well, I think I'll just take one order of this and one order of that. Oh, I'm so full, right? Like it was us and like Samoans and all this, all the bouncers that used to work down on the strip. We just go there and just destroy guys. We put them on business. They have a new place called Sushi King
Mhm.
on the side of town now. Same thing, like you can order whatever you want and they cook it and they bring it up. But it was never like that before.
Yeah. That's funny though. Three bone is the cheap cut. So there's that's how low my standards are because I never saw a cow be with more than 3 bones.
Well, I mean, he's not talking about like the 3 bones is normal. The one that he's talking about, the $30 one, that's the good cut. That's like the one big bone in the middle with it's basically like, I don't know what to call it, but like a Korean steak, dude. It was freaking crazy.
Oh, see, that's the one that's like $30 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't can afford that kind of, so I take the 3 bones.
The 3 bone special. The 52 lunch special.
Yeah, I gotta go lunch special time. Yeah. Oh, see, so he said one big bone. That's what she said. Dum dum.
Kalbi steak wrapped around it like 3 or 4 times. Nah, it was good, man. I've only eaten it once because I go there for the meat gin.
Right.
But
next time I'm there, and I think I started talking about it too because actually my older brother's birthday was just the other day. His birthday is actually 9/11. So they had kimchi too for his birthday. They do the takeout and bring it to the house. So my aunt them went over there, so they actually had kimchi too for his birthday. So that's how that conversation winded up being coming out. So I just don't think about food all the time. Okay, people.
What's your brother's name? John, right?
No, Eric.
Eric.
My dad's
Happy
name is
birthday,
John.
Eric.
Yeah.
Happy
So-
birthday, Eric. Honestly, I never seen a picture of your brother before
Mhm.
until your nephew posted it. I was like, well, all right, I get it. I can see the resemblance.
Oh, for his birthday, you saw him post. Yeah, he also got a new car and a new dog. My nephew, that is, not my brother.
I gotta make him strides, during Orange Theory. But yeah, dude, like the car he's got, the Jeep Compass or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a good car. I was thinking about getting one when I was getting a new car, but for me, it's too small. I needed something that can fit two other people, all our gear, going to conventions later on. So the Compass was too small for me.
Right.
Dude, I gotta agree with Don Came on right now.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like his brother.
Oh yeah, I never saw his brother, so
it's like Thor and Loki, dude. Like they don't look anything like.
And who is Quan then? Is Quan Thor or Loki?
he claims he'd be Loki. But yeah, I guess so. Yeah. You know, back in the days, Quan's brother owned a ice cream shop, and this is before like, I really should have just like Quan, like I like ice cream, bro. But I didn't. That's too bad.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Just scanning through the chat. See, Quan is bro. What? Brobot.
Dude, okay, so Nicole Williams, I missed the poor man coming in the truck. Oh, when you hear the you think, like most people think, you know, when you hear the song, it's an ice cream man. But for us, we had actually, like, there was no sound. Like, we had to go to where he was parked, which is at the McCully, what is it called? Old Stadium Park.
Right.
Next to the library. You know where Old Stadium Park is.
Right.
You know, in the parking lot in the back. You park over there and all the kids would go over there and just freaking get all our pixie sticks and all that kind of crazy shit. Oh, ice cake. Dude, ice cake. You know how cheap that is to make? And they're selling it for like a quarter back in the days. They still made out like bandit.
Right.
So
I'm gonna put this, where's this thing? I saw something about it.
I'm thinking about going on a vacation.
Where to, you think?
I don't know yet. Like, keep in mind, okay, this is the time where California is on fire. Arizona has corona. Right. Everything else is just very far to drive, and I would have to drive it. I don't want to, I don't want to take an airplane and then have to rent a car. Or have to do this or have to do that just to get around. I just want to drive. But yeah, dude, like I was thinking, and then there's nothing open. If I want to go to Disneyland, I can't do it. If I want to go to Knott's Berry Farm, can't do it. I wanted to, you know what I wanted to do?
Right. What's that?
Go to the Medieval Times or the Pirate Show one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because I already been to Medieval Times. By the way, go green. Because my Green Knight won that night, and I was. So I bought all the green flags and everything. I actually did that. But I wanted to go to the pirate one, but again, everything's closed, and or $120. So I'm like, no, don't get me wrong. Doing things on my own is kind of cool because I don't have to wait for nobody. But at the same time, man, I'm doing things on my own. You know what I mean? Like I don't have an experience. I don't have an experience with anybody. Like later on, when I'm 90, I'm like, hey, remember that time we did this? Remember that time we did that?
Right.
I'm gonna be the time where I'm like, oh, well, you don't remember because you weren't there, but I did this and I did that. It sucked. So.
Yeah. Let me look. Jack said Brian Head, and then I think we had this steamed or baked manapur. I think is it Hanale? Hanale was asking that in the chat. I think we went through that debate already. And Nicole said, drive over to Colorado. It's nice.
But the drive to Colorado is nice. I must agree. There of course there's always dead spots like Arizona where there's absolutely nothing.
Right.
But Colorado's a gorgeous place. The few times that I've been there, the weather's always nice because it's mile high, so it's always cool. It's never really that hot that I've been there. But yeah, my friend Nicole, I love her and I love her whole family. Um, she's one of the very few Christmas cards I get every year.
Nice.
She keeps me in her heart. But she has reptiles. Now,
Deal
like
breaker.
snakes.
Oh.
Dude, you know I don't care about snakes. I love snakes. I absolutely love snakes. Um, but I can't do bearded dragon. I can't do any kind of lizard whatsoever.
Mhm.
Turtles I'm cool with. I can't do salamanders. Anything that have to do with like four legs and slithering. Ah, God, it's gross. And she has them all. Whatever. So I love you, but if anything, if I go to Colorado, I'm gonna stay at a Motel 6. I'm gonna go do my touristy thing, and we can meet somewhere. Just don't
Neutral
bring
zone.
the baby.
Oh boy.
It's messed up because she has an indoor pool.
Oh dang, nice.
Yeah, I love to go swimming in while it's super 30 degrees out and snowing.
Right. Exactly. That would be kind of a trip, but
You know what? Okay, so Jack said Brian Head. Now, if Brian Head was snowing right now, I would absolutely go up there.
mhm.
I'd have to change my tires and everything because I don't know if my Santa Fe is the same as my Gertrude. It's got the power, but I don't know. The tires need to be different. Or I'll just rent a car that has all-wheel drive and snow tires and all that,
Right.
and go up there. But again, I'll be doing it by myself, man. It'll suck.
You're gonna find a road companion.
Yeah, and I was thinking about going on OkCupid and Match.com,
Right.
but I don't know, man. I if I was a girl, I wouldn't want me.
You cray, man. You cray. All right. We about at the 156, 154.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah, almost 2 hours. We're 6 minutes away from 2 hours live. So let's get to wrapping this up in just a few. So if anybody in the chat wants to talk about something real quick before we head on out, speak now or forever hold your peace. And we'll let that simmer in the pot for a while.
Again, people, thank you so much for joining us in our chat room. We always have a lively chat room. Thank you, Mitch and Monroe and Don K1 and everybody else. Jack, all the usual suspects. But they're the ones that keep this train going. So thank you so much. Please tell all your friends to subscribe. They don't even need to get notifications. I don't care about that shit. But subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel.
If you want to hear from us. But also just to make sure that, you support local guys trying to do something in the mainland.
Yep, most definitely. And I think, dang, if I didn't mess up that URL, I wanna not move our podcast, but expand our podcast to Twitch, because I think that would be a very a good interactive move we could do. So, but I ruined the URL, so I might have to sign up for another account next week. So,
Yes,
I don't. Because you'd have to go to twitch.tv/Aloha State of Mind Podcast. Podcast. not podcast. 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 POSCAST. Podcast. And I can't change it for 2 months. Stupid. Dumb. I don't know why. I didn't even change it one time. I made a mistake. So I might have to sign up with another email. And hopefully by next week we could be over on Twitch too. Because I think we got a lot of interactive people who tune into my morning show that definitely would come check it out. So definitely we're growing our base there. And then we could still restream to Facebook and YouTube as well. But just add Twitch onto that. So it definitely would be a great companion app. So we'll definitely explore that situation starting next week, hopefully. And we'll talk to Tech and Jake, and maybe they'll be one of the guests. Who knows? Who knows who will pop up on our guest spot next week's podcast. Might be anybody.
Hello?
Yo.
I was like, what happened? What happened?
No. I was just checking some things, checking the situation with different things. So I haven't done any of my cool things. So Feel Zone pop up, Joe. I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I have a show called the Feel Zone. So basically, I'll explain to you guys. Because when you DJ on Twitch, they have all this thing called, like, they throw these emotes with the feels, like, music that give you feels, like slow songs where you think about something. Huh?
You mean about you?
Yeah.
And me?
Yeah, so I have a show called the Feel Zones, and what it is I play all these songs that are like slow song, R&B. So it gives you that feel, it puts you in your feels, they call it. But the thing is that the twist with the show is that if you request a song, you need to tell the story that goes along with that song.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Cool.
so if say if you request whatever song it is, you gotta say, oh, why you request that song? Because I had a girlfriend and whatnot, and we broke up, and she's a bitch, and
But I still love her.
yeah, Joel has this thing running in there where his problem is he just talks about breaking his pager back in the day. So instead of baby making music, he has pager breaking music, because all those songs he broke his pager to because he was pissed off.
Okay, so there's two things. The funny thing is when you say, like, in your feels, how many songs, like when I listen to a certain song, I think of my certain ex-girlfriend.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like Expose. What was her song? I forget.
Seasons change, never get over you, getting over me.
Never get over.
Yeah.
Ululani Widow from Kamehameha.
See? That's what the Feel Zone is.
The Mariah Carey, Always Be My Baby.
Right.
And Gwen Kikuyama.
See?
From High School.
See? You should stop in the Feel Zone. You'd be perfect.
Feels so.
The Feel Zone. We just let it out. We share and we heal and we relive experiences. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. But
Delilah.
no, Delilah, yeah, I guess she's just more. I don't give you any advice. Let me tell you that. We just reminiscing about stuff that happened. You got to deal with it yourself. I don't got money for a psychiatrist or nothing like that. So,
But she left me 27 years ago. Get over it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
But okay, so I talked to my mom this week, and she was like, "Hey, I heard you was talking about me on the podcast." I'm like, yeah, just stories of stupid stories and how you used to bust me all the time. And I would love to have you on the show. She's like, "No, I'm not getting it." And so when we were talking about it last week, my brother was telling her what I was saying because he remember he was on.
Right.
He was like, you should see her face right now. So I asked her if she wanted to be on the show. She said, "No, I'm never getting on the show." So, but I wanted to see, like, later on if we could dedicate a show of just some of the stories that I can tell from when she busted me with a girl in the shower. And the girl locked the door and wouldn't get out. There's stuff like that. There's like, there's so many stories I could tell you that. I love my mom, but she's a terrorizer. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. Thank you, Mom, and Greg for watching last week. Yeah, hopefully I can get you on the show sooner or later. Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah. Joe said next Feel Zone he's gonna request Fate Yanagi. That's funny.
60 feet and glassy. I'm sorry, but that's sad. Dude, we can do a whole show and just wrap up like Anyway, we gotta go because I'm hungry now. 2 hours.
I know. Talking about all that stuff is all good. 2 hours. We ripped through it. Gotta thank everyone in the chat. Mitch, of course. Joel, Nicole for chiming in, Quan, Jax, Hanale jumped in for a minute, Jake. I don't know who else was in there. A bunch of other people I forget because they were talking earlier. But thank everyone for tuning on in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. I think we have like 99 subscribers still. So
Come on. Okay.
if
I
you
gotta
have,
say, he's one of Hawaii's legendary musicians. So I just wanted to give a shout out to him because I didn't know he was in there. I know you said his name earlier about the steam monopool.
yeah.
But, I thank you so much for joining us, brother.
Yeah, I think he
Okay.
just popped in through Facebook, so that was a quick. Our retention on Facebook doesn't seem to be high for anybody who chimes in on Facebook. Usually just in and out. But anyways,
Thank you, Nicole.
yeah. Anyways, let's wrap this on up. I'm going to follow and unfollow. They're not gonna help. We're gonna go to 98 and then 99. Oh. But anyway. 99. Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends to subscribe, and hopefully we build out the channel. We'll get the our Twitch stream, and maybe we can cross-reference all our listeners. So definitely thank each and every one of you for tuning on in and listening to us with our little pop-up type gripe session, Vala'au talk story kind, no topic thing.
98, 99, 98, 99. Bro, we gotta end, bro. We gotta end.
Okay. Let's wrap it up. Thank everyone for tuning in. Don't forget, Aloha State of Mind podcast happens every single Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard, Hawaii, 6 p.m. Hawaii Standard. Be sure to tune on in, like, subscribe, comment, share, and tell everyone about it. All right, it's all good. Shout out Jennifer Lau, last one. Just helping the big kid with her art project. So shout out to Jen Lau over there for what we call lurking. She didn't really participate in the chat, so she's a lurker. So thanks for lurking, Jen. We appreciate that. Lurkers are appreciated too. So that's going to make it a wrap for us. We'll see you guys next time, same place, right here. Different layout if you guys didn't know our new layout. So a little bit different. We got the chat on the side so you guys can participate in all the goodness, and just want to thank you guys once again before we head on out. All right. Yeah, my 20-minute aloha. This is like how I end my streams too. I start like rattling off for like 10 minutes. It's called the 20-minute goodbye, but I'm going to wrap it up here for sure. Till next week, we wish you guys nothing but peace, love, and aloha. You guys have a great night. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
98, 99, 98, 99, 98.
Wherever you are, you're living aloha. Wherever you go, your soul is aloha. Wherever you've been, you're living aloha. About yourself is always aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. Aloha is a state of mind. Aloha is a state of mind. Aloha is a state of